The Hunters Guild Red Hood, a brand new manga that got released in Shonen Jump by the assistant of the creator of My Hero Academia, Kohei Horikoshi. And oh my god, I started reading this manga in, like, we only have like what, 2 to 3 chapters currently, and I'm not gonna lie, I really am enjoying this manga a lot. And I know a lot of people are, gonna get annoyed by the statement that I'm gonna say right now. If you like, especially My Hero Academia fans, right? If the My Hero Academia fans click on this video because of, let's say, the thumbnail or the title of this video, and you guys get triggered, I am sorry, but I'm gonna be honest. This series, honestly, starting off, it definitely is more interesting than My Hero Academia, right? Because My Hero Academia was okay, right? The beginning of the manga, it was okay, but I'm not gonna lie, this manga definitely does give me a lot more interest from My Hero Academia, right? This manga is way more intriguing to me than My Hero Academia, and honestly, right now in the manga, My Hero Academia is actually okay. But honestly, if things keep on going the way that it's going, I'm probably gonna quit reading My Hero Academia because it's not really that good right now. I'm gonna be honest. But that's my opinion, right? And I know that My Hero Academia fans are gonna be annoyed with me just by saying this, but I have to be honest here. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna be honest and give you guys my honest opinion when it comes to anime and manga. And like I said, this manga is way more interesting than My Hero Academia when it first started off, right? And let's go on to what actually is this, story about. Red Hood. I'm going to be calling it Red Hood from now on, apart from saying like the Hunters Guild Red Hood, I'm just going to call it Red Hood. And honestly, I started reading this manga and I really am enjoying it a lot. Like the whole thing of like our main character, meeting the main female character, her, and pretty much having them to, fighting against werewolves and stuff like that. Like the whole idea of the werewolves definitely is really intriguing, right? And I'm excited to see what is going to happen with this. I wonder, is this story going to be heavily based on, let's say, the original Red Hood? Or, let's say, other stories that have wolves, right? Is it going to be based on those certain stories? And, of course, we're going to have Red Hood, the main female character, pretty much being there, and, she is a part of a guild, and we will get to see her adventures with our main character. And just from two chapters alone, we got to see a lot of development, especially with our main character. Him, joining him, trying to, be a member of the guild, right? Because we're going to choose to disband a new guild in this series, right? And we pretty much get to see him and her, we're working together to defeat these werewolves. And it makes me wonder, are we gonna have only werewolves in this story? Are we gonna have other types of, let's say, beasts, like vampires or something like that, right? Are we gonna have different types of monsters, not just werewolves? Because, sure, the story is called Red Hood, but you gotta do something else apart from just werewolves. It could work. I mean, it could theoretically work. Okay, just werewolves. If the werewolves are, smart and can think of ideas to trap our main characters and actually be a really huge threat, it can work. But honestly, I do want to see more. I would love to see other creatures in this world. And honestly, this series definitely has a lot of opportunity to have a really huge world building with its characters, with its, overall world, right? And if I'm going to be completely honest, one of the things I don't really like about this series is the designs of the werewolves. I'm going to be completely honest. Everything looks fine, especially that thick, okay, that thick girl, right? The main female character, man, the author just played us good. The author played us good with her character, but yeah, you have to read it to understand. But the werewolves, I don't really like the designs. I don't think werewolves are pretty easy to draw, I'm not gonna lie. Like, wolves in general are pretty easy to draw. And seeing these types of werewolves definitely gives me the vibes of like, oh, what's the name of that horror game where like you have these like plushies pretty much going after you? I completely forgot the name of the game, but once I find out the image, I'll show you guys here on the screen. But pretty much like the werewolves really reminded me of that game, right? Which I am meaning to play that game. I am planning to play that game sometime in the future. I don't know when, but this series definitely reminded me of that game, because I saw a few of my friends playing it a while ago, and I'm actually interested, and who knows, I might actually try and get the game. But I'm not here to talk about the game, I'm here to talk about the series. But yeah, that's the only problem I had with this series, the designs of the werewolves. And honestly, I do hope that like the designs of the werewolves do get a little bit better, right? And actually, speaking of that, let's talk about the overall art. Like, the art of this manga is really good, and you can definitely see some similarities to, you know, Horikoshi's art design, right? You can definitely see a lot of similarities, and of course it's a given because this guy is pretty much the assistant of Horikoshi, so it does make sense why he would be able to, you know, get a few things from Horikoshi's artwork and implement it to his own. And yeah, like, overall, I really did enjoy this manga, and honestly, hopefully, I really hope that this series does not get axed by Shonen Jump, because, you know, we had Phantom Seer, I think that was the name of the manga. We had Phantom Seer and, you know, a bunch of other manga which were definitely really interesting, but then they got axed. They got completely taken out of Shonen Jump because they weren't really that great. They didn't really have a lot of traction at the beginning of their first chapters, so they had to end it quickly. And hopefully, I do hope that this series does not get axed, because this series is really interesting. And like I said, I am enjoying this series way more than I am than when I started reading My Hero Academia when it first came out. So yeah, like I said, I do hope that the series does not get axed, and hopefully we will get to see a lot more chapters of this series, and we will actually get, you know, a good conclusion to the series. And actually, I'm wondering, like, the journey of this series. Like, where are our characters going to go next after these, you know, werewolves? Like, is there going to be other types of monsters, or is it just werewolves throughout the entire story? What's going to happen? Especially more stuff about the guild, right? Because, like, the guild definitely has, you know, a few powers, a few things that makes you question, is this guild really that safe to be in or not, right? Because, like, I mean, if we have pretty much a main female character turned from a lolly to a legit adult, that's definitely questionable, and you definitely wonder, how did she do that, right? And yeah, like, I really am interested to see how the story is gonna go, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I am enjoying this series a lot, and I'm excited for the next chapter to come out. And like I said, I hope that this series does not get axed. And if you guys have read, you know, Red Hood, the hunting guild Red Hood, tell me your thoughts on it. Like, do you guys enjoy it? Do you guys like are you guys not really that interested in this series? Are you guys, you know, after reading the first chapter, are you guys planning to skip this series? Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. And also, My Hero Academia fans, if I did offend you in this video by saying that this series is better than My Hero Academia, please do not take it to heart, because, you know, I'm pretty much giving my own opinion, okay? I'm giving my own opinion. You guys don't have to you know, get offended by it, because if you guys like My Hero Academia, good for you. I'm not really a huge fan of My Hero Academia, right? Although I am enjoying a little bit of the latest events in the manga, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really a huge fan of it, right? I'm not a huge fan of My Hero Academia, and I probably won't be, right? Like, I am still reading the manga, but honestly, my thoughts on My Hero Academia is like, oh well, a new chapter just came out, cool. Let's go on to the next series. But yeah, like, honestly, guys, do not take my words as an offense, right? because I'm just telling you guys my overall thoughts. So, yeah, I'm sorry if I offended you, My Hero Academia fans and Red Hood fans. Let's support this series so we can get a continuation and still see this manga thrive, right? Because I want this manga to thrive. I want this manga to end up having an anime adaptation. I want this manga to go for 100+ chapters, okay? So let's see if we can actually do that. Oh, and also, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel, because, you know, I talk about pretty much anime and manga, and who knows, man, maybe in the future I can talk about Red Hood and do a second review on it once we get more chapters and, you know, go fully in depth into this series. Because honestly, this video was pretty much me just, you know, giving you guys more real thoughts on the, you know, beginning of the series, what I think of it, right, and not trying to spoil a lot of things in the manga. And if I did spoil anything for you newcomers in this video accidentally, I am sorry, but that was not my goal. And yeah, like, hopefully I will get to do another review on this series once we get a lot more chapters, and you guys will get to see, you know, my actual true thoughts on the entire series, what I think of each arc, what I think about the character, what I think about the story. You know, let's say 10 chapters from now I can probably do a video on it, because by that point we will get a, you know, a much better grasp of the world and the story of Red Hood. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, I can't speak right now. Like I said, this is pretty much it for me. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this video, and I will see you all next time.